Hello Pokemon fans, this is the pause button here. I have a interesting video, a little off from what I'm usually doing. I am a big fan of Pokemon, and I like to play games 100% through, and I like to catch shinies and hidden ability Pokemons. I always like to try to find a best way to, and different ways to find hard to accomplish tasks. So what I have sort of come up with, using other people's ideas, but some old ideas as well, a neat way to chain shinies or search for hidden abilities. So you'll have to forgive me, I only have a video camera, I don't have a screen capture like many of the professionals out there. I just thought this was pretty neat, so I wanted to give it a show. So first I'll show you, I'm going to go after a Togedemaru shiny. His hidden ability is sturdy, so I don't want that, but if I could show you how to find one, if I come across one, I will. But first of all, SOS chaining is by getting lots and lots of Pokemon to come off of one battle. So usually after you get past 31 or so, you start to get a better chance of a shiny and a better chance of a hidden ability. And I've sort of thought of a way that make it a little bit easier. It might not be as easy as some of the techniques out there, but I like this one. It seems to work pretty well. So first I'll show you what you need. The best things to do. So let me adjust my camera here best I can. So for Pokemon, what I have going here is I have a Durant. Now the reason I have Durant is because he has the ability of truant and entrainment. So you'll see what I do, but I put truant on the first Pokemon, so every second move he loafs around and he doesn't use a move, so it in essence doubles the PP of the Pokemon that you're trying to chain. I use this Focus Sash because Durant's not that great, but if he gets one hit, at least it'll keep him alive, maybe to get that entrainment off if something outspeeds him. I have two Delamies, both with Switcheroo and a Leppa berry. Now those, you'll see why I do that. When I put it on there, I'll explain why. So here's two Delamies, both with Switcheroo. Next I'll have my Decadui. I use that for False Swipe. That's obvious because you only want to get your Pokemon down to 1 hit points, and sometimes it's a good turn waster. I have Primarina for Sing. That'll put them to sleep, so it'll stop the one I want from calling out more. And then I have my Araquanid, and I use him because he has entrainment as well, so I can find out if the Pokemon I want has the hidden ability. So let me see if I can find a Togedemaru, or Togedemaru. I believe that's probably not how to say it, but that's how I'm going to say it anyways. Because I think he's great. I like the electrical hamster types Pokemon they always put in, and they're always been my favorites, such as the Pikachus and who's the other one? The little yellow hamster guy from XY. He was also one of my favorites. So let's see if we can find a Togedemaru. And no, so I'll just run away. So I'll probably cut the video a lot. It depends on how long it takes to find him. I'll cut the video as much as I can. Shorten it so you're not bored with all this searching and stuff. Hey, well, what do you know? I just found a shiny Geodude. Not even trying. Just a shiny Geodude out of nowhere. That is an incredible luck. I don't believe that. I'm just going to try to catch him with a quick ball. That's pretty amazing, actually. That's fantastic. I'm actually extremely shocked and very happy. As soon as I saw him appear on the camera, because I am looking through the camera, I said, wait a minute, he's not supposed to be red. That's so weird. So here's a quick ball. See if I can catch him. Oh, and even a fast quick ball. So this is looking really promising. So, wow. Hey, look, that's how to catch a shiny. Just walk in the grass and one will come out. That's incredible. Okay, well, we'll get to looking for a Togedemaru, but now I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot harder now that now that I just found one right off the hop. Oops, it's hard to see this. Oh, and there he is. Okay, so let's get started here. Alright, found our Toga de Maru. And so what I'll do right off the top is I'll use entrainment, and this will put his truant ability onto Toga de Maru. So now he's going to, he had iron barbs, now now has truant. So every second move he's going to not do anything. So Durant's paralyzed, that's okay. So I'm going to switch over to one of my Delmies. And there's his truant, and that's just he's loafing around now. So what I'll do is I'll switch the item. So now what this does is it'll give me a warning. So when I know that the Toga de Maru or the other Pokemon I'm trying to catch eats the Leppa berry, then I know that he's only got about 10 moves left. So then I'll have to bring out the other one. I'll have to bring out the other Pokemon or the other Delmies to do the switcheroo. So I'm going to switch to a Raccoonid because he's my main guy. And what I will do is I will use, actually, you know what, I messed that up. I meant to go with Decidui. I gotta do false swipe on him. So there he is there, I'll do false swipe. And he's only level 28, so this should hurt him quite a bit. This will take him quite a bit down. It's not even very effective. So there he is using the... And he's calling for help now, which is what we want, but we will use the adrenaline orb as well. So let me just get him down all the way because my false swipe didn't hurt him that much. Left him with a little more hit points than I like. So there we go. So I'm going to switch over to my Araquanid. And then I'm going to go to the bag. I'm going to use my adrenaline orb, and that'll help get him to call more people out. More other Pokemons. So I'm a little concerned about the damage he's going to do. And it still helped it not appear. So what I'm going to do for now is... Now this I learned from another YouTuber. If you use a antidote on your guy, and he's not poisoned, it'll just use a turn and you won't lose an antidote. You'll still keep them all. So even while a Pokemon is in truant, they still call for help. So this is one of the great things about it. So now he has the Leppa berry on him, so I'll be warned ahead of time if he's running low on moves, so then I know to kill him. So what I'll do is I'll just take out the left side Pokemon. So that's all I have to do. I just have to leave the switch, or leave the cursor on the left side, and I just keep attacking every time one comes out. Barely anything to do. Okay, so Iron Barbs is going to be a bit of a problem. So I'll have to do some healing from time to time. So I will do this up to 35 times. So I will count every time he calls for help. I'm going to have a pen and paper, and I'm going to write down that he's called one for help. So I'll keep track of them all the way up to approximately 30 of them. So I'll just continue to fight. Now the Leppa berries, you want to have a lot of them. A lot of Leppa berries because you're going to go through a lot of moves. Now those iron barbs are going to cause a problem. I'll have to find a special move maybe. And even if I want, I can switch out of him, and use somebody with a special move, just so that I'm not getting hit with those iron barbs the whole time. So what I'll probably do is I'll switch out and use somebody else, because it doesn't matter. I'm going to just keep killing them until I've gone through, what, 35 of them. So I'm going to switch out to, I believe my Primarina has special moves, so I don't keep getting hit by those iron barbs. Once I got a good rhythm here, then I'll just keep killing until I get a shiny, and hopefully even the hidden ability ones, I can show you those. Oops. So there we have one that's sturdy. That's a great way to find a Togedemaru, but he's not what I'm after. So there's a hidden ability one, and he arrived after 24 encounters. But since that's not what I'm after, I'm going to take him out and keep on going and look for that shiny. So here we are at about 35 encounters. So I'm going to take him out with my Decidue, and this is where I'm going to start looking for the hidden abilities. So I'm going to switch over to my entrainment, Aquanid, whatever you wish to call them. So we should be looking at him running out of moves soon. He hasn't used the Leppa berry yet, but I'm sure he'll be getting low soon, so we'll just keep an eye out for that. So anytime that an opponent did not appear, I would just heal up the other guys, use orange berries or anything I had plenty of. Just kept them busy, kept wasting turns. So hopefully now he'll keep calling. I'm going to keep track of the amounts that they're coming out. I did run into the one sturdy earlier, though I didn't want him at about the 24th encounter. So here's what we'll do. We start looking for the ability. So by using entrainment, it'll show us what move or what ability that Togedemaru has. So he has lightning rod, and now he has water bubble. So we just continue that until we find the one we want. Meanwhile, I'm dealing with paralysis, which is one thing I forgot is really annoying about going for electric guys. But the nice thing with truant on the other Togedemaru is that he doesn't attack every second turn, so it just gives me a bit of a break from having to deal with him as well as the one that gets called in. So if I can ever beat these guys, and that was just a bad move, did not work very much. I'll have to use a different move and take. He doesn't have iron barbs anymore, so he has water bubbles, so hopefully that doesn't do anything, backfires on me in any way, so that's good. So there we go, we have the hidden ability. Sturdy was on that Togedemaru, so if that's the one I wanted, then I would take out the one on the right, and then I would just simply put the other one to sleep, and then I would have my hidden ability Togedemaru. But since we're after a shiny, we're going to still get rid of that one, get rid of the called in one, and just keep on going until we see the Leppa berry be used by the original Togedemaru. So now that he's used the Leppa berry, we know that he's getting down to his last few moves. So what we're going to start to do is we're going to switch. So we have 2 Togedemaroos. The one on the left is our newest one, so we're going to switch over to Durant. So I'm going to put the truant onto the one on the left, and this is after 40 encounters. So the Leppa berry was given 40 moves. So I'm going to put an entrainment onto the left Togemaroo. So this will keep the chain going as far as I know. So now he will have truant, and then I'll get rid of the other one, and that should keep the chain going. So what I'll do is I'll switch over and I'll put the Leppa berry on the one on the left. So let me use my Delmise that still has the Leppa berry on him, and I'll use the switcheroo for the other one. So this will give me up to around 100 encounters. As you see, the truant with both of them is very helpful. It gives me time to set up. So switcheroo, give him a Leppa berry. If I survive these. And this is a good way. I get a lot of encounters with very little effort. Not that much at all. So I will now switch to my sweeper guy, which is Decadui. Decidue, whatever you want to call them. I can never pronounce these new Pokemon's names. They have such odd names in the Alolan region. So there we go. Now I just have to take out the one on the right. And then I just leave my cursor on the right, and it'll just keep always taking out that one. Quite simple, quite simple. So now I will keep going as normal. Okay, unfortunately now we have a little Togedemaru with all his PP and a Leppa berry, so now we'll know. So I got approximately 43 encounters out of that last one. So just to waste time, I'm going to use berries just to take off the paralysis on my other guys. And technically you could do this for a while if you kept count of how many PP moves they were using, but I'm not keeping track of that. I want to do this as simply as possible. So I'll just keep on going. I'll fast forward as much as I can. And there's my shiny. I found him after 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 54 encounters. There is the shiny one I've been looking for. So this is very simple now. We just take out the one on the left. Quite easy. Make sure I don't take the wrong one. I'm being very careful right now because I'm very, very happy to see this Togedemaru shiny. So you take out the one on the left. 54 encounters. Not too bad. So now that he's out of the way, I'm going to bring out my sleeper, which is Primarina. So, as long as he doesn't run away or anything like that, let's bring out Primarina. Let's put this little fella to sleep. And we'll see if we can catch him. Shouldn't be too hard. However, I did not use Unfortunately, I forgot in my excitement to use the false swipe on him, but that's okay. We'll put him to sleep for now, and then we'll figure that out in a minute. So he's asleep. I'll just go back and bring out my Decidua to put him, use the false swipe on him. But it's very exciting catching a shiny, or especially seeing one. They're so rare. It's very rare I ever see them. I got a lot in XY, never got any in Sapphire. Two in one day. That's pretty impressive for me, actually. That Geodude I caught earlier on, first try, without even looking for one. And then now him with showing my technique that I find it works for me. I mean, it may not work for you. You may not like that technique, but I like it just because it cuts back. Oh, well, of course he's going to be difficult to catch. But I like this technique because, like I said, it cuts down on half of the trouble, half the time, using truant. That was an old move that worked in the, the battle arenas in XY. So you would use that to buff up your, other Pokemon every second move. So that was what gave me the idea for this little thing, to try to make it so that the original Pokemon would last a little bit longer, and I would only have to deal with it half the time. So back to Primarina. Put this little fella back to sleep. I'm just worried he's going to call for some help here any second now. I'll have to go through that all again. Electric people, or electric Pokemon. Constantly paralyzing. Oh, there he goes, calling for help. I'll put him to sleep anyways. Deal with the other one, then try to catch him. That was my mistake, not using false swipe right away. And these guys are going to be very tricky. They get quite hard up at this level, at 54 encounters. I'm sure their IVs are pretty good too. So we'll try to put him to sleep again. If I go paralyzing doesn't get me, yes, of course, paralyzing get me. This is very, very frustrating. He's right there. I can see him. He's like, he might as well just be caught. Why is he fighting back so hard? He's going to be caught. Even if I used something to get rid of that paralyze, they're just going to paralyze me anyways. So it almost seems like a waste of time. So I'm just going to keep trying to use Sing on it until it finally goes. There's one. It's about time. Okay, so we dealt with him. As long as he doesn't wake up too quick, we should be okay. Oh no. No, 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 no. That did not just happen. That just happened. That just happened. And there's my shiny. So, now, time to be very, very careful. Try to catch the little guy. Put a yawn on him. So the other guy hopefully will not kill him. It's not a very effective move, so it shouldn't kill the other. There we go. So then I will just take out this one, and the other one should fall asleep. So the last time I tried this, the other Togedemaru killed my one with that was down to 1 hit point, so I'm going to be a little more careful this time. So this was after 74 encounters, approximately. I might have messed it up a little, messed up a count here and there. 74 encounters. So what I will do is I'm going to bring out my Decadui for the false swipe, and hopefully this will, he doesn't wake up too soon, because I'll be switching back and forth if I have to. So he's still asleep. Now I could try catching him, but I really don't want to try right now, so. So if I have to switch out again, I will. And of course the iron barbs. And he woke up. So now what I will do, if he calls for help, I'm going to, if he gets help, I'm going to try to kill the help right away. So we did not. I'm going to try to catch this guy right now with an Ultra Ball and hope it works. And it was a quick Ultra Ball with a raised chance, so I really hope I can get him. One rotate. This was fantastic. Well, this went way better than the last time. Thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't too long. I will try to edit out everything that I wasn't necessary, and hope it's not confusing. Any questions, just let me know. And leave a comment below, and I'll try to answer as quick as I can. And thanks for watching. Give me a like if you want. Thank you very much. Goodbye.